Simrex drone X300C and how to get it flying, because I struggled a little bit, but the box is nice and small. This is a compact drone, first one I've ever had. I had my grandkids get it for me for Christmas. You can scan this and apparently get a free 1-year warranty. Then in the box, this is your charger cable that can go into the computer, or what I did is I used a phone charger and plugged it into the wall. Some extra propellers, the drone itself. Let me open these up. Where the battery goes, there was a little rubber tab that was sticking up here. I think it was just to prevent it from going all the way in shipment, but you just remove that little tab. Then you kind of push down and there's a little clip. That's a clip right there. You kind of push that down with your thumb and the battery slips out. Only goes in one way. Highly recommend that you use the guards for the propellers, especially in the beginning. Otherwise you'll break them off, and they just simply slide on. They don't click in place. Once you have those in place, you're all set. There is a little antenna wire. See, there it is. I just kind of straightened it out a little bit. Then the controller is underneath all of this. And this is what got tricky for me. Before I go any further, you do have to charge both units. They're both rechargeable with the same cord. It'll take, I don't know, an hour or so to charge. There's the charging port for the controller. You can also hook up your phone to this. However, this kind of clips up and then this slides. However, for my iPhone, I don't trust it to stay in place because it doesn't really click real well. Now I do have a cover on mine. So what I'm going to do is maybe put rubber bands around here at an angle so that I know that it'll stay in place. And I'll do a subsequent video once I get to that point. But right now, let's just fly the drone, because you can take video and still pictures with it. So I'm just going to do a flying lesson. So the first step is you turn on the drone. There's a little button right here. Push and hold it until the lights, LED lights, come on. You see they're flashing now. Then you turn on your controller, and there's a little switch right back here, same side as the charging port. Get a little beep. The first time you push this down arrow, and somehow that gets everything coordinated. Things you'll need are these little pads, and they slide like I'm sliding my thumb up, down, left, right. Same thing on this side. These other arrows on the outside control other functions, but for basic flight you just use the inside ones. This one will give elevation, or it'll bring it down, and then left, right pivots the craft this way. On this side, this will give you up is forward, so it's going to tilt it forward and fly, back, and then tilt and fly left, right, but it's going to bank, turn. To initially get the propellers going, you push this up arrow, and it's going to stay stationary on the ground. So let me move it to the floor. Actually, you have an emergency stop here, but you're only supposed to use it for emergencies because it'll drop like a rock. But I'll push that now, shuts it off. So again, to start, I'm pushing that up arrow. Then I'm going to slide this thumb up. And that's what will give it some height. And now it's going to freeze right there. That's just about a foot off the ground. Okay, now if it drifts, which it probably will the first time, to change, make it stable, it's the arrows, not the pad. So if you want it to go more to the left, you'll tap that arrow, and each time you tap it, you'll see it'll start drifting over now. Well, I don't want it to do that. I want to get it level, so I'm going to do the right arrow. Left. And now I'm going to do the forward arrow. And you can see it's pretty stable right like that. Okay, now I'm going to fly, so I want to go higher again. Push this upwards. So I'm pushing up. And once you let it go, then it'll hover at that height. So on the right hand side, I'm going to... So what I did is I slid my thumb to the right. Bring it backwards. Again, that's sliding my thumb down. On this side, this is what pivots it. That's right, left. Bring it back to me a little bit. So again, I'm going to slide my thumb to the right and it turns. So now forward is towards me. Back is still back. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm pivoting the ship. Pivoting the drone, I should say. So if I want more elevation, again, I just push this thumb up. Wherever you stop pushing is the elevation you'll get. Now you can do tricks and things, but that I'm not covering in this video. This is just to initially get it flying. The reason you want those bumpers on there, let me see if I can take it over to this box and bump it. So if I was flying and I bump that, see, no problem. Didn't tear anything up. So I think it says you can get about 10 minutes of flying time. I've been mostly trying to keep it so that the front is like I'm looking out at it. I will make one with the camera, but I just wanted to give some instruction because I struggle a little bit with these buttons and getting it set up. It will fly outside. I took it outside just a little bit, but I want to get more practice before I really go on an adventure like that. It does have a return function, so outdoors, because it's so small, say you got 50, 60 feet away, I could see losing it in your sight path, and you can push a button and it'll return to where it launched from. I have not tried that yet though. So landing, push the down button. And if you hold the down button down once you're on the ground, it stops. And again, that's the left hand side sliding this down. To restart, you push the up button, which is not part of that pad. That starts the propellers, and then you'll just slide this up for elevation. Again, right is just right on. I'll get back here. Right is on this side, you just slide it that way, or left, you'll slide your thumb that way. Forward is up. Back is just pull your thumb towards you. Again, to pivot, it's this button, pivoting. Left, pivoting right. Elevation and landing is down. Hope that helps. I'm enjoying it, and I'll do a follow-up lesson with some of the other functions. Again, it does have the camera. You have a view from the drone itself out and down.